Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you all doing today? How is your day going? How is Tuesday, the 21st of March, treating you? And I'm officially welcoming you guys to spring. Welcome to spring weather as well. My temperature today is 31 degrees Fahrenheit. It's beginning to warm up. I know a lot of cities and states and countries are already enjoying the benefits of spring. All right. Welcome, welcome once again to my live stream. Thank you for being here. If you're watching me from Facebook, thank you for joining me today on another beautiful day that the Lord has made. And we shall indeed be rejoice and be glad in it. And if you're watching from YouTube, thank you for being here. Do me well by liking this live stream, give it a thumbs up, and also share this live stream with your contact. And don't forget to contribute in our conversation today. As always, we make it conversational where your opinion is highly valued. All right, so from my title, you can see Peter Obi finally files petition to overturn the Nigerian presidential election. So they have finally filed. I recall one of the last streams I did here, I talked about the delay tactics used by INEC to prevent these people from filing, that's the Labour Party and P2B, from filing petition. And I talked about it at the time that it was only left 11 days for them to file, at which if there is no petition filed after that, they will lose the time frame to file, and that would have been the end of story. But as of today, it was in the news that they have filed, which was disclosed by one of the legal teams of Peter Obi and Labour Party. However, they are still constrained. And why is my thumbnail reading? My thumbnail said, will Nigeria judiciary be any different? Why did I choose that thumbnail? With the level of impunity we saw in this Nigerian election, both the presidential election and the governorship election, one will be prompt to ask, will the judiciary be different? Do you guys have any hope or faith that the judiciary is independent in Nigeria? Do you guys see that the judiciary might at least do something to the will of the people? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Welcome once again to my live stream. It's another beautiful Tuesday, and we're going to be discussing all of this today. So in the morning of Nigerian time, Arise TV interviewed one of the team members of the Peter Obi's legal team, and he was able to say a lot of things, where they are, what they did in the past, and how they met with INEC chairman, who promised Nigerians to give them full access to the election materials. Then again, he also continued to explain that they have filed the petition for to the election tribunal on the presidential issue. And he further explained that despite the fact that the INEC chairman promised to give them access to the election materials, the beavers, but INEC chairman and the INEC itself, the commission, wrote an official letter to all the INEC in the 36 states of Nigeria, telling them never to release their state individual result to Peter Obi and the Labour Party. Then you now ask me, what other thing are they going to provide to this legal team for them to prosecute their case? If you really want to get to the benefit, the bottom of the whole thing, you have to go from state to state to collate all the results as declared by those states, and then compare it with what we have in the federal, the one the INEC declared to Nigerians. That is how you're going to do this investigation and analysis. But unfortunately, INEC, after promising the Labour Party legal team that are going to give them access to all the materials, now wrote official letter to all the 36 state electoral officers not to release any beaver result, any IREV information or data to Labour Party and P2B, unless the one INEC declared that they should not release any certified copy. So you can understand the contradiction. You promised these people on a news conference when a whole Nigerian were watching, you said you're going to give them full access to all the election materials. Then you now went behind, wrote a legal letter to all the 36 state INEC officials, telling them on no condition should they release the election information to Labour Party team and P2B. So, guys, I want us to discuss this because it's really very dicey, and that's one of the reasons why my thumbnail says the Nigerian judiciary, will it be anything different from what we have seen? We have all seen where the president wrote on a press release thanking himself and then applauding himself for doing a credible and free and fair election. And I need you to tell me, from what you observe that happened during Nigerian election, is that kind of thing, is it a thing you call credible? According to Mr. President Buhari, the Nigerian President Buhari said that he's so grateful for conducting a credible election, free and fair. So you can understand they do not care about the will of the people. They do not care about the fact that ballot boxes were snatched. A lot of election materials were destroyed. Some were thrown into the bushes, some were burned, some were thrown into the gutter. The federal government, in terms of Mr. President, Mr. Buhari himself, did not care about all of that. He was just after the fact that he conducted a free and fair election, according to him. So my question is, will the judiciary be anything different from what the federal is saying and what the ruling party APC is saying? Will the judiciary be anything different? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section as we begin to discuss. Once again, welcome. If you're coming in right now, thank you for being here. My name is Oyoyo, and you're most welcome to my live stream. I stream live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to contribute in the comment section what you think that is going to happen now that Peter Obi has officially filed for petition to overturn the presidential election held on February 25th, 2023. All right. So I'm going to pull up the information that was released today by the legal team of Labour Party. Okay. He was asked by Arise TV host Rufai Oseni to explain to Nigeria what they have done so far. And the guy spoke saying, yes, as of the time they met with INEC chairman, he promised. But right now, they only have limited access to election materials. So if you have limited access to election material, what are you going to prosecute your kids with? That is the question. What other method will the legal team of Labour Party use to be able to obtain all the election materials or documents or data from the 36 states of the Federation? How do you guys think? Or are you smelling what is going on? Are you seeing it? Will the judiciary in Nigeria be any different from what the executive and what the legislators are doing? Would that be anything different? Let me know what your thoughts are, because I said I have 1% hope that the judicial system will do something, and I'm still holding on to that 1% hope. From the last live stream I did, that has not changed. I'm not seeing my faith on the judiciary increase to 5%, to 10%, or what have you. It's still on that very bottom, which is 1% out of 100. And I don't know what 1% is going to do for me or for anybody, but that's where my faith, that's the highest hope and faith I have in Nigerian judiciary. Anybody with any contrary opinion should come and tell me here in the comment section. All right, so let me get back to that quickly so that we can all okay. So he was asked, it was disclosed today by the Obidati presidential campaign of the Labour team that they have officially filed. So now they have filed, which is within the time for you to file if you disagree with the election. Just like what happened in Lagos State, what happened in most of the states in Nigeria. that some parts election are inconclusive, some parts they are surprised with the results they saw. And we also how the Kaduna State played out. As of the time they collected all the results, the PDP was seen as winner in Kaduna State governorship election. But by the time INEC declared it, APC automatically became a winner. So you can see that every of these governors that are not satisfied with the result of the election, they have the time to file. But however, the concentration on today's discussion is on presidential election. Good a thing they have filed, finally, they have filed for the petition to overturn the election of February 25th, which means that they are not in sync with what the INEC declared. They do not believe that that was the true election. For that reason, they have gone to court. They have filed their case against the election tribunal for them to review the election itself, and then the processes the INEC deployed in the election, and then determine if the result INEC declared was the true result. And this is where the game play comes. This is where, knowing Nigeria and what Nigeria is, the money bags will be throwing their cash. But do we have that judge or maybe two judges in this tribunal that will say, no, I disagree with the process INEC deployed. I disagree with the outcome of things. The results are not tallying from what the petitioner has presented. What INEC is showing and what the petitioner has presented do not tally. So INEC have to prove how the discrepancy come out, how they came about the discrepancy. So let me know what you think. Do you believe that the judiciary will do the needful? Or do you think that the judiciary is also bought, just like every other person on the election, all the people that handle the election, the election officers from states, election officers in the local government? We saw what played out in Lagos State. And why is that of Lagos State so obvious? Because most enlightened people are in Lagos State, and they were able to, they have social media platforms. So as the thing is going on, they are transmitting what is happening in their polling station all over the place. So people were able to see it. In some states that people don't have access to internet, they might have them on their phone, and these will form the evidence that the other opposing party to their result will all gather together to come to the court. What do you guys think is going to play out? I was discussing with some Nigerians about the whole situation, whether the first thing they said to me, some of them, one person in particular said that going by what is happening in Nigeria, that it's very difficult for anyone to believe there is something good that will come out at the end of the day. That he is very sorry to say that, but if there is any law in Nigeria, then you have some element of hope. But because the laws are not being obeyed and people are immune to prosecution because they can say things and get away with it. We saw what MC Olomo said in Lagos, that anybody that is not willing to vote for APC should pack their things and stay in their houses, because if you come out, whatever you see, you take it. The police came to debunk that he was only joking. But after the election, I'm yet to hear the police say that what MC Lomo said was truly a joke, because it happened. We saw it played out. I had short videos I even made with the videos of them going city by city in Lagos, telling you, if you're not ready to vote for APC, do not come out. So that thing Olomo said before the election, MC Olomo said before the election, did it happen or not? It came to pass. And what has the police done up to today? Today is Tuesday. The election happened on Saturday. No arrest has been made. No news about that in any platform in Nigeria. They are not saying they've arrested this person for carrying out his threat or his statement. No. All right. Herald of Mary, thank you for joining me today. Beautiful sister all the way from Onitsha, Anambra State, Nigeria. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate the thumbs up. God bless you real good. So, guys, what do you guys think about the judicial system in Nigeria? Do you think they're going to do the needful, examine the act that has the election and Electoral Act of 2022, and then determine whether what they saw, the evidence provided by the opposing party, which is Labour Party and P2B, whether the evidence is in line with what the act is saying, and whether the actions of INEC is in line with what their constitution. Remember, they actually have a new law updated. INEC updated a new law last year, 2022, saying they are going to follow the law they have agreed to respect. And from the election and everything that happened during the election, it's very obvious that INEC disregarded their own constitution and then went about doing whatever that pleased them. All right. Herald of Mary said, my sister, Nigeria is indeed in shambles. It is so pathetic. You can say that again. It is so pathetic. This is the time you're not proud to say you're from Nigeria. This is the time we saw a lot of people destroying their Nigerian international passport. It's not because of any other thing, but for the fact of what they allowed to happen on the March 18th election. That was just a few days ago. Some people said, no. Not only are they talking about, they disenfranchise a lot of people from voting in their own country. Imagine how it feels that even in your country, you cannot exercise your civic right. And this is what these people did on the 18th of March. They will tell you, if you're not voting for APC, do not come out and vote. That is no country. It simply means some people are not citizens of the country because you disagree on party lines. For the fact that you're not agreeing with them on their political party choices, you are no longer a citizen. You are no longer qualified to vote. They made it a tribal war, a tribal election. They even gave out their own son in Lagos State, said he's not Yoruba enough. To the point that the guy's father had to come defending him, his child, telling his fellow Lagosians that this is Omo Eko, this is Lagos child. So you can understand the level they went. And for those people that went on tearing their international passport, I could understand and relate with the disappointment and displeasure. But at the same time, tearing your international passport is not the way to go about it. There are other ways to handle situations like this, where you lend your own voice by speaking out, where you support the team going to court, organize forums where people can come to air their grievances. You will be thinking by now they will be setting up forums where if you feel dissatisfied with the election, okay, put in your name. We want to have a town hall and all of that. No town hall meeting. Nobody cares. They don't care. All they needed was how to get to power. They don't care how they get in there. And what they wanted is that they are there. You said it was election. I don't even know why they called it election in the first place, because that is no near anything election. That is just intimidation and selection. So now, P2B and Labour Party, they are in court. They have finally filed, which is a good thing because they are filing within the speculated time in the Constitution for you to file if you disagree with the election result. So I'm glad and so happy that they filed. But am I happy that it's going to be judgment at the end of the day? I'm not so sure. Right now, with the state of affairs, I'm not sure if anything good is going to come out from this election petition. I'm not sure. All right. Herald of Mary said, I'm wondering how we came to this extent. That is a lot of questions people are asking. How did we get here? How Nigerians or Nigeria as a country got to what happened on March 18? People thought that presidential election was just the height of it until the governorship election came to be. People were like, how did we get here? How? To the point I was reading on the internet about a young lady, a young Igbo lady that is married to a Yoruba boy in Lagos, that looking at her husband, that she was very upset with the man that the way the anger is in her mind, that she prays, she doesn't put ota pia pia into the guy's food. That is the level of bitterness people are going through. The level of bitterness. The level of bitterness. The level of bitterness people are going through. Then one of the videos, short videos I made in my channel here, one of the young guys said that he is married to a Yoruba woman. That him believing in P2B wasn't because Peter is an Igbo man, but because he believed in the ideologies P2B is coming up with, that he might make changes for Nigeria. For that reason, he destroyed his Nigerian international passport and then asked people not to ever, ever associate him with anything called Nigeria. I know I can relate to their anger because I, for one, I felt so bad. I remember when I was an international student, when I came to the US to study, upon my graduation, I was very proud to wear my country sash. I wore it across my shoulder with pride. So yesterday, Google reminded me of that photo. I had to share that photo on my community page here on YouTube. It took me down memory lane because that was a country you could say, yeah, I'm from this country. But as it is now, people are not happy and proud to say they are from Nigeria. Honestly, people are not. And it's just because of the barbaric way they did things. We saw how they used koboko, that's cane, whip, to flog people that came to vote, as though they are slaves in their own country, as though they are animals. Even animals overseas, you dare not handle them anyhow. You can go to jail for maltreating a dog, a cat. In my state, we have a lot of endangered species, the like of turkey. You know, turkey you kill during Christmas to eat. We eat turkey in America for Thanksgiving. Then we have deers, the one the Igbo people call ene. Once you see them crossing the road, you must stop for those animals to pass. They are called endangered species. For that reason, you have no right to put their lives in danger. I recall one day I was coming back from work and a tortoise came out from the lake. Guys, you can understand the kind of cue that tortoise gave the people on the road. Every car was just quiet, waiting for the tortoise to finish walking across the road so that the drivers can start moving. One woman, the thing, she couldn't handle it anymore. What she did was just to come down from her car, carry the tortoise by herself, and then walk to the lake and then put the tortoise there. Then cars started moving. But on Saturday, March 18, fellow Nigerians treated their fellow citizen below animal standard. And then you will say that as a country that one should be proud of. For those that went on tearing their passport, I can understand, I can relate to the shame that one would feel saying, hey, I'm in Nigeria. If the Western people are cherishing their dogs and cats, treating them nicely, then we Nigerians are still behaving in a barbaric form, as if we don't even cherish what it is to be a human. All right. Thank you, Treasures G's. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The country where law is, absolutely, that is the country where law is working. My sister, I'm applying for main study program abroad, and the aim is to leave this country and never return. When I succeed this, I will take all my family abroad. I don't blame you. See, this is the time. Let me even do a small expo. This is the time for anybody, if you want to leave, this is the right time to leave, especially if you are from any of those trouble states. Lagos was number one. Lagos, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt. If you're from any of these states that were seriously troubled during the election, this is the time to leave. And wherever country you're going to, they might be very, very glad to receive you and then offer you guys, whether you're seeking for amnesty or seeking for asylum, depending on which one you're coming from. Especially those people that were so threatened during the election. This is the time to leave. Honestly, this is the time to leave, because I don't even understand how it's going to be from the 29th of May, when President Buhari hands over power to Tinubu. And we all know where those people that feel they're above the law, they can say anything, make a threat, and police will defend them that they were joking. But let a poor man say that thing, a poor man without any godfather, say the same thing MC Olowo said. That person will be what? Will be held accountable. There was one young lady that made a comment whereby their own polling unit was under attack. People came, were beating people, and then they were exchanging a basbo, serious bullet, and somebody eventually died in the process. So she went on her handle and was saying that man they died eventually. That he was hit by a stray bullet from his own people that came with the push. So one of them mistakenly they gunned him down. So the lady went on Twitter saying it was a good thing that even that the man died. Immediately, the Nigerian police started looking for that lady, checking for her handle, that they're going to arrest her. But MC Lomo was obstructing the electoral process and no arrest has been made. They even went ahead and carried it out on the Saturday, the election day. No arrest has been made. Are they telling us that they did not see it? They cannot identify those people, even when they are on videos, close range videos. Police were in most of those places, and what happened? So those people feel they are immune to prosecution. They cannot do anything to them. They are the untouchables. That's why they continue to do what they are doing. So I'm asking again, do you guys think that the judiciary will be anything different from what the executive, which is Mr. Buhari and his cohort? Do you think judiciary will be anything different? Do you think judiciary in Nigeria is independent? Do you think? Do you see any leadway to justice for the Labour Party or even the citizens of Nigeria that voted with their heart? A lot of first-time voters came out to vote this time. And look at what happened. Based on the warning by MC Olowo, a lot of Lagosians decided to stay in their homes. They were even saying it in their Twitters and handle. No, I don't want anything to happen to me. For that reason, I'm not going. Just for us to understand the level of it. They believe nobody, they're untouchable. The law is backing them. So I'm asking again, fellow my beautiful, amazing listeners and followers, I'm asking, do you think that the Nigerian judiciary will act differently? Do you guys think so? All right. Thank you guys for being in here. Imagine that animals crossing the roads and human beings were, that day, Herod of Mary, see, that day I was in the car, I said, oh my God, these Oyibo people will not kill me, Oyibo people. So because of this tortoise, all of us had to wait. If you see the line, because of tortoise. And you know how it works now. There is anything, no hurry with the tortoise. Everybody waited until one woman couldn't take it anymore. She opened her car, carried the tortoise straight to the lake. My state is a state with many lakes. They have over 10,000 lakes in my state. So most houses, they have lakes at the back of their homes. So if they can respect animal, respect turkeys that you buy and then eat during Christmas. When you see turkeys walking, sometimes they will be walking in numbers, maybe 12 of them. You have to stop and slow down. If you see deer, you slow down. But look at how Nigerians treated their fellow Nigerians on March 18th, less than animal, flogging them for being on the line and saying that they are not voting for APC. They used koboko to chase them out of the polling unit. And you tell me that what they had was election. I must applaud the likes of Fowles that told the governor of Lagos State that no, don't celebrate that you were re-elected. You were not re-elected. You were selected. So say it the way it is. Honestly speaking, I'm giving that 1%. I'm holding on my 1% of faith that the judiciary will do the needful. But do I really believe them that are going to do anything? I don't have that faith. They've already started by issuing a letter, an official letter from INEC office Abuja, telling the state INEC officials not to release their results to Labour Party and P2B. And they came and did a press conference meeting with Labour Party and P2B. INEC has agreed to give them all the election materials. Immediately after that press briefing, they went and released an official letter to all the 36 state INEC officials, telling them, do not release your beavers from the state. If they require anything from you guys on the state level, tell them that they can only get what INEC declared at the federal level. So tell me, is that not obstruction of justice? You come out to the public, you said you're doing the right thing. You go behind to cover your tracks. Even as of yesterday, the news carried as of yesterday, they are still uploading February 25th election materials. What are they uploading up till now? And this was the software they bought, and the budget of that software is more than some small nation's budget. The budget was that the software would transmit immediately after the election. So February 25th up until now, almost 1 month, they are uploading their already changed data to be able to match with what they declared to Nigeria after the presidential election. Because if there is no reason why you should not tell your state offices to honor the court decision by releasing election materials to the opposing party that did not agree with the result, so that they can be able to prosecute their case. All right. Let me read a comment. Basil said, they are the same people in the judiciary. We have not changed the judiciary so far. For me, I don't expect any change. Nigeria is a crap. That's exactly how, I spoke to some Nigerians here, 3 attorneys and then 2 accountants. I was asking of their opinion, what they think. One of the lawyers was very, very specific. He said, based on what we have seen, the level of impunity in the country, I don't see any independence of the judiciary. They're assuming this happened to a country where there is rule of law, and the rule of law itself is upheld. They could have been saying that, yeah, maybe because they respect the rule of law in that country. But Nigeria, they don't respect the rule of law. For that reason, they don't see any hope that will come out of this election petition, that it will still be same. I now asked them, I asked the other one, how do you mean? So he started giving me references. He said, from the news, that the police arrested a man in Rivers State with $500,000 meant for electoral officers in Rivers State. And also the information that was all over the internet, how another political party paid 170 million to all the INEC officials. So with those kind of information, do you think that if some of those judges are being given $50 million or $20 million, that they're not going to receive those and then turn a blind eyes? That Nigeria hasn't gotten there. There is no integrity in the people. And for that reason, they don't see any hope. By the time he finished, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate Esther. Thank you for God will arise and completely eliminate APC party in Nigeria. God will arise. I know Nigeria we are so trusting. We are so religious. We believe that God. What if God has risen already? What if God has done everything, he's supposed to do for Nigeria? The rest is left for Nigerians to do for themselves. How about that? What if? You'll be expecting, we have a lot of religion in Nigeria. We have a lot of churches in Nigeria, a lot of Pentecostal churches. Since after the election, I'm yet to hear a pastor, maybe those popular TV pastors, say something different? None. It was only Pastor Suleiman. Pastor Suleiman was the only one that did, service, saying something. You want to lead us. We say we don't want you to lead us. You say, I must lead you guys by force, by crook or by chance, by fire, by force. That is the state of the affairs. And nobody cares. Nobody said anything. Nobody. They are moving around as if nothing happened. Some of them have even forgotten about the election. They moved on. But the soul of the country is deteriorating every second that people are keeping quiet. The country is deteriorating. This is the time for people to ask their public leaders, hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Imagine if I come to, you are the head of your home. Let me bring it to family level. You are the head of your home. And I said, I want to rule your home. You said that for what now? Why should I come to your house and rule you? I said, yes, because I have the power to do that. You said it's not happening. Then I will now use my thugs and then conquer you and then become your ruler by force, by fire. How would you feel? A lot of people were telling the young man of Lagos, what's his name again? Vival, that he should call the Lagos state governor to congratulate him. The young man said no, that was not an election. So for that reason, he has no reason to call nor congratulate the guy. That he has been paying hospital bills of all the members of his party that we are beaten, we are injured, we are, a lot of things we are done to them. He has been paying medical bills. At some point, his alert could not go anymore because he has exceeded his limit for the day. Then you tell such a young man to come and congratulate you on what? I love the summation Rufai gave. Now that you claim that you have won, what did you win? Is it a win you're proud of? I really love people that are vocal about this because those are the people that are championing change. Change cannot happen by so believing that God will save Nigeria. God has done his bit. He brought out some good Nigerians that will make changes in Nigerian governance. But Nigerians, the old Nigerians and the money bags in Nigeria refuse to let that happen. If the citizens decide to turn the other way, it's their responsibility. They should let God be. It's their responsibility. If you guys cannot think of how to have a forum or a quorum with your governors, tell them this is not what we bargained for. And then what the Lagos state government do? The next day on Monday, he released a circular saying that they've increased civil servant salary by 20%. And that will be what? To compensate them for not, so that nobody will talk. People have mastered the art of shutting people down. How to close your mouth forever so you don't seek for justice, you don't speak out. Imagine the kind of money they are calling about. When they were doing the Naira swap and Naira change, people thought the government meant well, maybe to avoid vote buying and all of that. Not knowing that these people, they've already forgotten about Naira. They were doing their thing with dollars. Using another person's currency in your country as though it's your legal tender. I don't see anything different that the court will do. I don't, but I'm giving them just 1% chance to prove me wrong. I want to come out here in the future because this is going to be a long case. Let us not think it's just going to be a 2-day thing and the case is decided. No. Especially with the fact that they're not releasing the state electoral materials, which would have given the opposing party, it would have given them the opportunity to go through the document, local government by local government, you understand, vet what their own people collected during the election period and what the state has, and then bring everything together to form their evidence in court. But guess what? INEC issued an official letter telling the 36 state election officials not to. not to issue any certified copy. Because even if they give you a copy which is not certified, it will not be accepted in court. They wrote it categorically, do not issue any certified copy to Labour Party or Peter Obi. And then they want to tell me there is respect for the rule of law. I don't see that. But let my 1% disappoint me. Let my 1% of faith in the judiciary, let it prove me right. That day I will come here and dance to the glory of a new Nigeria. Didn't we see all the irregularities? We saw them. This is not a fake news. What we saw was broadcasted by channels, television news, Arise TV, AIT, or even Punch newspapers were busy writing online. We saw all of them. Those are evidence that people can actually lay hold on. We saw them. But we are now waiting for the courts. Very soon, the hearing will start, the review of evidence will start. But if they don't have enough materials to present to the court, how would the election tribunal sit? How? Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave me your thoughts in the comment section. There is a comment section where you can leave your opinion, because I want to read them out. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to get some encouragement that the judiciary in Nigeria will do something. I have over 100 of you watching me now. Please don't forget to like this video. Let me know what you think. Do you believe that the court in Nigeria handling this election petition, the presidential election petition, is going to follow the law of INEC? Okay, let me know what you think. Precious Orange, thank you for being here. They are deceiving themselves. God will fight them all. Hallelujah. That is another faithful Nigeria, that God is going to do it. So let me know what you think. Let me know. Do you think that the judiciary is going to follow the law that is guiding INEC and the election? Do you think that is going to happen? Because right now, Labour Party, they have filed petition to overturn the Nigerian presidential election based on the irregularities and the rigging and manipulations that they saw, and they are gathering evidence. So one of the evidence would have been to get these things from INEC. INEC agreed to give them the own results they uploaded, and not agreeing to give them the results from the state. Because if you have the result from the state, you can be able to say, yeah, what you collated from the state is what my own party representative that represented the state of Lagos, state of Abuja, that the result tally or result did not tally. So they are not guaranteeing of any certified true copy from the state. INEC said no. Blessing Oseni, thank you for being here. Niger daughter, good evening, host, and everyone in the house. Thumbs up, done. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Niger daughter, you cracked me up this morning on your live stream. Thank you for being here. So, guys, if you believe that are going to make any difference, that the court is going to do anything different from what is happening, let me know where you're coming from. Let me understand that faith. Let me know if you have any case or any precedent backing what you believe in. Let me know. If you're a lawyer also in the house, leave me your thoughts in the comment section, because I believe I have quite a number of people here watching this live stream. And don't forget to like this live stream for me. Don't forget to share. And most importantly, leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. So I talked about it today. I said it today that Peter Obi has finally filed petition to overturn the Nigerian presidential election. It was in the news this morning. They have finally filed, which is a good thing because they filed within time. So they did not default on the first thing that needed to be done. Now that the case is before the election tribunal, the question is, will the judiciary do the right thing to uphold justice? Will the judiciary follow the due process of the law to uphold justice and restore some faith, some hope, some kind of confidence in Nigerian system. Will the judiciary do that? Do you think the judiciary will do anything different from what the executive displayed? Do you think? Let me know what you think. Okay, let me see. It's like I should keep my day's job. People are in pains in the hospital and you're there drinking happily. See, I might be here drinking my water happily. If that's what is making you upset. Oh, sorry about that. Water is free. It's good for hydration. And then for people that are in pain, what have you done to help them? If you have people in pain, what particularly have you done to help them? Have you gone to visit or check on them? Are you helping in paying the hospital bill? What exactly have you done to help those in the hospital? I want to know that, okay? You that is telling me to keep my day's job, please, people are in pain. Those people you know that are in pain, have you extended your hand of charity towards them? Okay? That's a question for you, and I'm expecting your response in the comment section. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rafa, thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. So what I'm saying is this. It is what it is. We all saw it happen right in our presence, before our eyes. A lot of Nigerians right now are destroying their international passport because they don't feel proud to be called a Nigerian. And that is true. I, for one, felt the same way. I have been following this election before it started. I've been telling Nigerians to go out there, lend your voice, perform your civic duty by voting and voting your conscience. We also how it played out here. We also how the president of the country, Nigeria, said that he is so happy for conducting a credible election, free and fair election. We saw what international observers said. We watched them on the news. We read them on the newspapers. We saw how a lot of people were disenfranchised during the voting process. We saw how Lady Jennifer was attacked in Lagos because he came to vote, and that did not deter her. She went out again and made sure she voted. We saw what happened in Rivers State. We saw all of that, and nobody has been arrested. We saw how MC Olomo was making video telling people not to come out if you're not coming to vote for my party. And he came about making a video to the point that the police came to tell people that he was only joking. And that joke came to pass because that thing they said, they carried it out the next day. We saw all of that played out. Has MC Olomo been arrested? No. Even his deputy was busy posting Yoruba people's picture on his social media platform, to the point that Iyabo Ojo called him out and telling everybody, if anything should happen to me, this is the person to hold accountable. Calling them betrayers or whatever he said. Lined all their pictures because they did not agree with your own political choice. Politics should be based on ideologies. I had a guest that came in one of my live streams telling me that the Labour Party did not have structure. I say, we understand that they don't have structure before the election, but they are beginning to form. So he said, no, that's not the structure he was talking about. The structure they are referring to in Nigeria, for those who do not know, is bribery and corruption. That is the structure. Where you use money, you give money to all those running around for you, doing errands and sorting out people so that they can come out and configure numbers and give you. That is the structure that we are talking about. And that is not the structure that Sowoye said. He also contested for presidential election. The structure he was talking about is foundation. What have you guys done in the past? Do you guys have any track record? That was the structure. But the structure the Nigerian people know is the man even said it was a wicked structure. And the wicked structure is where you have money bags. ready to buy the conscience of people because of election. All right, thank you guys for being here. Prince Kanjome, Mama, what did I do to you? I've not been hearing from you. I hope you're doing okay. Treasure G's, hope that person doesn't eat anymore because people are in pain. Bitter souls everywhere. Treasures, my darling, don't mind. I'm waiting for his response. He said, I should drink I'm here drinking my drink peacefully and people are in pain. And this kind of person will even have a neighbor that is not feeling well and will not even take common oranges to the neighbor. That's the kind of human beings that will be saying things like that. Thank you guys for joining me today. Please don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to thumb up the live stream. Don't forget to share and leave me your thoughts in the comment section. My question again is, do you think the Nigerian judiciary will do anything different from what we have seen? With the level of impunity they exhibited during the election, I don't have that faith. But your faith might help my own faith. I have 1% faith and I'm still holding on to my 1%. Nothing has changed. Somebody will say, why are you having 1%? I say, yes. I am also a person of the court. I am also a lawyer from Nigeria, sworn in under the Supreme Court of Nigeria as lawyer and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. But do I have faith in that legal system right now? No. I only have 1% faith, and I want that 1% faith to prove me wrong. I want to, by the time this hearing will start, let the judges be asking the right questions. Let them not be siding the ruling party because they've collected money. We all know how they shut people down in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country whereby if they give you money, you forget the fact that you have morals. You forget the fact that you're answerable to somebody. Somebody was saying to me after the election in Lagos that tomorrow the likes of Sawolu will go to church and be giving thanksgiving for re-election. I say, of course, they will do that. Because the churches are also, they are going to give them some big checks. So who cares? They don't care. They don't. I spoke to a friend of mine yesterday. She cried bitterly that the reason why I haven't heard from her father has been in the hospital, and it was during this serious period of cashless society. To even get money that you have in your bank to take care of your people, you can't. Even when you send money to them, they can't withdraw the money. I was like, is it still that bad? She said yes. I spoke with someone else yesterday from Akwa Ibom. The person said, if you go to bank and ask for money, they might give you 5,000 naira. What can 5,000 buy for a businesswoman? So anybody that thinks that what is happening in Nigeria is good, let Nigeria happen to them. That is just the way I'm going to put it. If you think that what they did in this election, how they disenfranchised a lot of people and took their voices from them, let Nigeria happen to you. Let Nigeria happen to you. I saw on TV how people are being whipped with koboko. Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of documentary Roots. It took me back to slave period. If you don't know history, go and read, search. Read history about Africa. That's exactly where they took me back. It took me back to those documentaries they did about slave trade. How they would put them in shackles and use cane to whip them. That's what people did to their fellow citizens in 2023. All because they've collected money from the election money banks to do what they can do to make sure that those people that give them the money wins. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. It is terrible what is happening now. It is terrible. It's not a country I am so proud of. I put out my picture. Google reminded me of that picture. I put it out on my community page here. I was a fresh Nigerian student that came for a 2-year course dual degree in the US. And then by the time I was graduating with so much pride. You know, I had to wear my country green, white, green sash because I believe in that country. But do I still believe in that country right now? Oh, no, I don't. Do I see hope right now? No, I don't. I don't. Even the court system, I don't believe they will do the right thing. I don't. Let me also tell you guys, for those that do not know, as of this morning, they are trying former American President Trump in court today. He even posted and then wrote to people on his handles that they should gather and do protests on his behalf. That is in a system whereby the rule of law is seen as supreme, not the person interpreting the law as the judge or the lawyer. No, the rule of law, what they have written in their constitution. Have you ever heard that Nigeria tried a former president? No. Are they ever going to do something like that? No. But it happened this morning in New York. That is what is happening. Some people even gathered in the court premises protesting on behalf of Trump. But he's undergoing trial. What is the trial all about? Hush money. The one that was paid to Stormy Daniels, the I don't want to use that word here, how you can understand what I'm talking about. True crime with Vanessa, you will know the story because you carry story on international people. The money that was paid to the lady, Nigerians will call it side chick, right? The lady of the night that had something to do with Mr. President. Because of that money, he's on trial right now. That is a country that works. But look at what MC Olomo said, what they did less than 24 hours after he made that video. And up till now, none of them has been arrested. They even went after the election, calling celebrities that did not support them names, putting their lives in jeopardy. Anyway, the law, the judges won't have any option left to do the needful after they are slammed with overwhelming evidence from all the quarters. This is really, I like this. I like this. Please, the law, tell me, are you an attorney? Do you believe that by the time they see all the evidence, there is hope? Please, let me know. Let me know. The judges will not have an option left to do the right thing after they are slammed with overwhelming evidence from all the quarters. Okay. Guys, you can see they have enough evidence. So maybe there is what? Hope in the judiciary. The law, see, I'm so happy you wrote this. I want to believe you have an idea or maybe greater details about what you're talking about. So let me hang my hope. I have 1% that the court will do the right thing. Let me hang my hope by increasing it to 2% based on what you just said. Also, let me know if you're a lawyer in Nigeria or if there are evidence backing what you're saying, because I want to believe my 1% will prove me wrong so that I will come here and say, guys, I never had hope that the judiciary was going to do anything. But see where we are now, that the judiciary said, okay, based on the overwhelming evidence they have received and reevaluated and investigated concerning the presidential election, we hereby overturn the election. Well, I can't wait to hear that. But that might be in my dream. I hope it's not in my dream that it will happen. I hope the judiciary will do the right thing. This is interesting. It is interesting. So some people have hope that with overwhelming evidence from all the quarters, that the judges, the court will not have any other reason than to do the right thing. I like the tone of that. I like the tone of that. I like the tone of that. Nigeria daughter said, may God help our country, Nigeria. Nigeria daughter, yeah, God has done his bit. The rest is for people. If you have any evidence or know anybody that captured any electoral information that could be of help to say that, to show how people were disenfranchised, to show how election results were manipulated, how it was rigged. If you have any evidence, you can liaise with the Labour Party team. They will evaluate your evidence to see if it's credible and see if they will add it to the list they have on for their court hearings. All right. The law is giving me a little hope, so hopefully something good will come out of it. But the law, I'm here to differ, okay? Let me even say my mind. I'm here to differ because based on what I saw that happened in Nigeria, and up till today, I've not heard that anybody was arrested. The news this morning was that Wike was dedicating the PDP win for governorship election of Rivers State to the glory of God. And I said, this God don't see, you don't see Shegia for Nigerian hand. Every small thing, glory of God, everything, God, God, God. And these are the same people that will give ultimatum to people. Talk to that electoral officer. Which state is he from? He's from Plateau State. Call his boss and warn him. That was Wike's voice. Now it's to the glory of God. Hallelujah. God is so merciful. If God were men, Nigeria would have, they would have wiped away the whole country. All right, let me read more comments. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like this video for me. Don't forget to share. Your opinions are welcome. Please, please leave me your comment in the comment section. You will see where it's showing live. Click on live chat to type in your own contribution, okay? Trendy G said, host, I feel those principalities might have already visited the judicial people. That's exactly what my mind told me. That's exactly what my mind told me. If they could be giving out $500,000, $170 million, they might have given the judiciary $50 million, and everybody would just go to bed and sleep. That's what my mind is telling me. But the law is saying something different. So I want to believe there is still something that will happen. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So I want to believe that. Juka said, according to our mentor, Goodluck Jonathan, court is not to decide for the people. Let the people decide for themselves. I heard Jonathan Goodluck on that. That is just the truth. People should decide. If you don't want this person to rule you, this is the time for you to speak up. But Nigerians, are they speaking up? I'm not saying that. They have even forgotten the election happened. They have forgotten about election. They are moving on doing their business, going their separate ways. And then when the hardship start, they will be the first people to call, to come out and start wailing and crying. But this is the time for them to take action, and nobody is doing that. This is the time for citizens to say, you know what? We did not elect this person to rule us. We are challenging this position. This is not what we the people. This is not what we the people. That is what they should be doing now. We the people. This is not who we elected. God has done everything. The rest is in human hands for them to do. All right. In fact, trending gist, honestly, don't make me laugh. I don't want to laugh, honestly. I really don't want to. I'm dropping my link. If you have anything to share with me on this conversation, don't forget to jump in on this link and share your 2 cents about what you think that is going on. If you believe that the judiciary will do the right thing, this is the time for you to air your opinion. If you're watching me from the background, don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to leave me your own contribution in the comment section. My link is down for you to share your own opinion. So quickly jump into the link and let's have this conversation. Anna said, God help Nigeria, but Nigerians don't help themselves. They prefer sufferness and remain slaves. You got it right. I can't agree less. You got it. God has done his bit. And that's what I've been saying here. Thank you for throwing in this word as well. I really appreciate that. It's left for Nigerians to do the right thing. They should tell the people that are claiming God has elected. It's not God that elected you. Find out who selected you. Or maybe INEC imposed you on people. People should be able to speak up. People should. This is the right thing for people to do that. My sister, keep dreaming in the next generation, not in this evil Nigeria. Understand evil leaders. Obinna, Obinna now. So this is all dreams. How can Obinna shatter my hope like this? Obinna is not fair. I was beginning to have hope because somebody came here telling me there are overwhelming evidence that a court cannot turn their blind eyes on. And then you came here to tell me that I'm dreaming. I thought I was being encouraged. So Obinna, you're like me that do not have hope. I said I have 1% hope that the court will do the right thing. Now you shatter the 1%. Obinna, no. Let me show you what the law wrote here. The law encouraged us. The law said the judges wouldn't have any option left than to do the needful after they are slammed with overwhelming evidence from all quarters. So you see, there is hope, Obinna. I want to believe the law, there is hope. Because as for me, I only have 1% hope in Nigerian judicial system. All right. Let me go ahead and read more comment. Host, I feel like, okay, I've read that one. I've read the trending gist one. I stand with Jonathan Goodluck. Let the people decide for themselves. We should not allow the court to decide for us. He has given an advice. It's left for the people to act. Obinna, okay. Let me go ahead and read some more comment. Good luck, Ukwama. Thank you for being here. Good luck, Ukwama. Thank you. The case will be in court until 8 years. Now you're talking. That is what I want to hear. Now you're talking, good luck. Now you're talking. You know the Nigerian court system. You do. By this thing you said, you know Nigerian court system very, very well. This case is going to be in court in the next 6 years. They will go back, forth, right, center, forward, back, until maybe after 7 years. They will now say, based on evidence in front of us, yes, Mr. Tinubu did not win the election. He has ruled for 7 years. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. At least somebody that understands Nigerian judicial system is talking. Thank you so much for saying this. Thank you. Mercy Solomon said, God is going to expose them. Hallelujah, Mercy. God can only expose them when you put in your beats. That's how God is going to expose them. God has done his best. The time is now for people to act. In Nigeria, we don't ever show good luck. You just got it right. What is INEC and what is the court? INEC is a body that handles the election in Nigeria. They even have an act, a law that is guiding them, which they ought to follow. And then the court is whereby if you disagree with the outcome of the election, you go to court. You have to go through the election tribunal. Then if election tribunal disagrees with you and say they uphold what INEC has released as the result, then you now go to Court of Appeal. So from there, you're going to continue to go back and forth until the Court of Appeal sits and decide finally and give judgment. If you do not approve the judgments you got from Court of Appeal, then you go to Nigerian Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the final court of the land. They will now say, okay, that they disagree with what Court of Appeal did, or they agree with what Court of Appeal did. Whichever side they go, that will be the final thing. So good luck understood how Nigerian court system works. Ordinary case, they will adjourn. 5 years, you're still in the same case. Now, to talk of this particular case now, they are going to adjourn the living daylight from that case until 8 years after. I totally agree with good luck. I totally agree. I do. In Nigeria, we don't do election. Nigeria do selection. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we saw in this particular last election. Thank you guys for being here. Please don't forget to like this video and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. I believe we'll win the case. Emmanuel Williams. I love people of faith. Emmanuel Williams is of the opinion that they will win this case. I believe so. Emmanuel, which party are you supporting for? Let me know. I believe we'll win this case. Who is winning? Is it APC who will win the case in court, or is it Labour Party? Maxwell, thank you for joining. Maxwell, you returned back today. Thank you. Yay! I remember that name. Thank you for being here. This the only opportunity for the court to bring in the country's integrity, because we have the worst, most corrupt election ever in the world. I'm from Cameroon. You are so right. The courts should prove everybody wrong and, do the right thing to uphold integrity, the independence of the court, saying that we have a mind of our own, we run independently from every other government. I really, really understand what you're saying. And I pray that's what we are hoping for, that the courts will do the right thing. But do I have that faith? I don't. I have to say the way it is, honestly. All the people that will handle the case will go missing or nothing will happen. That is Nigeria for you. See, people that understand Nigeria very well. If the one judge is disagreeing, then the next thing you hear that the judge has been removed, or the judge is sick, or the judge has been has been or they have fired the judge. I don't want to use those terms because of YouTube. So these are the people that understand how the workings of things go in Nigeria. Trending G's just said the big one. Obina said, my sister, forget that too. There is no hope. Understand the criminal ruling. Obina, you're not even having any hope at all. That is not good. We need to have some, at least, element of hope to hold on to something, that something good will come out of this. But you came here smashing the 1% hope I have left. Hey. The judge will evaporate to trending gist. I don't want to laugh, honestly. Let me give you guys a what happened when we became lawyers newly in Nigeria. One of my classmates, that was her second appearance in court. So they went to court one day. You all come, all of you that have cases, maybe your cases are starting from 8 a.m. They will just be hearing the cases as it goes. Then some people will come just on the dot of their own case, you understand? So you might have one or two or three lawyers waiting to be heard. So after their own case. So my friend went with her principal at the time to court. They were there. One guy came they greeted the lawyer outside the court room. They exchanged greetings and all of that. Then the guy went into the court. The moment they called the guy to come and, to bring out his own case, the guy was talking. Nobody heard this guy. The judge was saying, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Say something, say something. The guy's lips were busy moving in court. Nobody heard a single word the guy said. That day, my friend is from Kogi State, and she was practicing in Kaduna. So she ran out of court, and then she was panicking, shaking. They were like, calm down, calm down. He said, no. Is it Juju that is working here? This was the guy we said hello to, and the guy couldn't talk anymore. The girl said that she ran. She didn't come back to the office for 1 week. The principal was like, what is happening to you? She said, no, that he cannot go to court, that she can't go to court. She was like, no, somebody else can go on my behalf. I can't go to court. The girl was paranoid because of what she witnessed that happened in Nigerian courts. Thank you, James. Gippy, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You are amazing. Thank you. INEC will change results announced under duress. I hope so. I hope so. My sister, I have disowned Nigeria before Nigeria will disown me. Obina is among those that disown Nigeria already. Trading is sincerely, that was what happened to my friend. She was so excited to be in court. She has been going to the office. They've never allowed her to have a day in court, and she now started going to court. Second appearance in the court. That was what drove this girl out. The girl was paranoid, and the moment the lawyer came outside, the lawyer was like, what was the judge saying? That the judge did not hear me, and I was talking. So the guy started speaking. The moment he came out of the courtroom, that was the day my friend told me, see, I know you don't believe in power of juju. They get juju for this country, that they scared me at court today. I was like, because I was following up, tell me about your first day in court. How did it go? So trending gist, you're not far from the truth. Maybe the judges will evaporate and they will tell you they are looking for replacement of judges, and that will take another 3 months or another 1 year, another 2 years. This case might be in court for forever. Okay, it might be in court for 8 years, and then by that time, by the few minutes to for him to go before the next election, they will now say, okay, fine, the court has decided. That is Nigerian method for you. All right, you go fear juju now. My friend, honestly, one day I'm gonna bring her on my live stream for her to share some of her opinions about Nigerian court system. That was what happened in her early days of legal practice in Nigeria, and she does not take that for granted at all. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys. In Nigeria now, it is the government that owns the judges. That is true. That is true. And based on what Jonathan Goodluck said, Jonathan Goodluck is the former president of Nigeria, the man that cherished the lives of Nigerian citizens more than power or more than the seat of governance. He said that he would never allow a single Nigerian to spill his blood on his behalf. For that reason, he's not here to challenge anything. He went honorable. He was later honored as most respected Nigerian politician from Africa, most respected. And that is a President Jonathan Goodluck. So he said that people should decide for themselves, that the courts cannot even decide for you. And that is the fact. Knowing fully well that the judges we have right now, we are all appointed by President Buhari. And if President Buhari is going to tell them to jump, they are going to say, how high do you want us to jump, Oga? So if he tells them jump, they will ask him, how high? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So that is it. All right. Emmanuel Williams said the Labour Party will win in court, hopefully. We look forward to the day in court. And I'll be bringing you guys the court hearings as well, decisions as time goes on, whatever they release on the public, we are going to all be sharing them here in my live stream, because this is a continuous thing. It might not be regular doing it all the time, but whenever I have something substantial to share with my audience, we're definitely going to come back and talk about them here. Thank you guys, Elizabeth, all the way from Facebook. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Now, I just still have some good people that want to do the right thing, but the evildoers are not playing. The evildoers are not playing. And also, Trending Gist was one of the people when I was talking about election, before the election happened. She told me that the older politicians, even if they are going to bow, they are not going to bow easily. That people need to demand for the right thing. And some of the things she said before the election happened. We can see that these people are not ready to bow. They're not ready to go on retirement. They're not ready to take that vacation and let the young people rule. No, some of them don't even know what social media is all about, but they want to be in governance. Tinubu said that he doesn't look at social media again because those people insulted him in social media. For that reason, he can never, that he has high BP if he reads social media. And that is your Mr. President, unfortunately. The INEC elects president, okay? All right, guys. We will win it. Peter has won it all. Hallelujah. I like that faith, Emmanuel Williams. I really like that faith. Thank you for having that strong confidence and faith that something good will come out of it at the end of the day. And that's what we hope. We want at least let other nations see that Nigeria has integrity, at least the judiciary. There's still some integrity in the judiciary. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to hear. I want to see that the judiciary is completely independent and work independently, not being coerced by the executive. I want to see that happen. All right, Trending Gist is still here. Treasures Gist still here. Thank you, guys. Obina said, from the first day I left that British concentration, I'm better. Nigeria is a ceremonial organization. You can say that again. You know, come to think about it, when we are young, we are reading about amalgamation of Nigeria and all of that. One would think by the time Nigeria hits 100 years old, they are going to all disintegrate and go their separate ways, because that amalgamation was for 100 years. But rather, when they hit 100, they continue. They would have just allowed other people to go, especially the people of Biafra. that have been agitating for them to leave. You don't want these people. Now you told them they can't even vote in Lagos. That means they can't vote in their own country. And you still don't want to let them go. It's like Pharaoh let my people go. You don't want to let them go. You don't want an Igbo man to become president. You don't want an Igbo man to vote in his Lagos state. I mean, what more can you do this particular tribe? Sometimes I begin to wonder, what did an Igbo man do to these people? Despite everything they did to them, you crushed them beyond repair in the Civil War. And they rose again. They rose again and worked hard, made money by themselves, not government-sponsored money. You can't tell me today there is this particular Igbo man that government is one that sponsored the company. And still, the young fellows are agitating to let them go. You don't want them to go, and you don't want them to participate. Some people say because Peter Obi is Igbo, that's why he can't be president. And I'm not just saying hearsay. El Rufai, governor of Kaduna State, said that. Okay? And you don't want them to go. You don't want them to participate. When they came out to vote, you said no, they cannot vote in Lagos State because they are not citizens of Nigeria. Let them go. Let them go. If any agent of the government is here listening to me, this is the time for you guys to sit down and do that constitutional amendment and let these people go. If you don't want them, let them go. All right. Emmanuel said this will be the end of the cabal called part structure. Congratulations to His Excellency. Peter Obi. Emmanuel, thank you for your faith. I want to believe that. I can't believe that some people are still dreaming that Peter Obi will win in court. My brother, that case will be in court until 8 years or even more than that. You are so right about that. Good luck, you are. We want the best for Nigeria because we Africans look up to them for proper change of democracy in Africa. But the change will come no matter what they do. Oh, Maxwell, thank you so much for believing in Nigeria. Maxwell is a Cameroonian, but he wants the best for Nigeria, and he's believing and trusting that the court in Nigeria will do the right thing. Maxwell, I love your faith and I love your support. I love your brotherhood. God bless you real good. People like El Rufai think they own the nation. Yeah, they feel that the country Nigeria belongs to them, and you guys don't want the Igbos, you don't want them to go. When they agitate for Biafra, you guys will send Operation, was it Cobra, to deal with them, and then you still don't want to let them go. It's unfortunate that that is what they call a country. It's absolutely unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I wish there would be something different that will happen. I really wish. I really wish. All right. Ifeanyi Sunday, thank you for joining me today. Nice one, my dear sister. Thank you. They called us leaders of tomorrow when I was a kid. I am 50, so do you have any hope for me? See, Obina, let me even say something. What you just said now, my elder sister, one of my elder sisters told me that since she was a child, you understand, that she has never seen an Igbo person as president. She was born before Zeke was president and all of that. She said that she's turning 50 soon, and no Igbo man has ever ruled Nigeria. So you need to tell you, what are they trying to tell? She was like, wait, though, that since she was a child, she has never seen an Igbo president. She started counting all the presidents of Nigeria. No Igbo person ever mentioned. As of the time she was a child up until now. Now, Peter Obi came. They used, because he's Igbo, to make sure that this guy did not win the election. They did everything possible, humanly, spiritually possible, to make sure this guy did not win because he's an Igbo man. I said, wow. And that's just what you just said. You said, now I'm 50. What do you think any hope for me? Ever? Never. You see, Obi forever, Obi forever. Obi forever, nothing else. Labour Party. I like your faith, Ifeanyi. I like your faith. I really like your faith. I really hope they will be able to do something in the court, and then listen to the desire and will of Nigerians. That's the way I look at it. I think for Nigeria to be better, doing an election they let everybody stay in their houses. Don't go out and vote. No, that is not the way to go about it. If you don't go out and vote, their people will be out there and vote, and they are going to consider them as the number that voted, because they can't force people to come and vote. But you can use your platform and lend your voice. People can go out and demand for justice. Tell their public officers that are elected, you're not there for money making, you're there to serve us. You are for service, serve us. Nigel that I still here, thank you so much. Stephen Williams, let's see what he said. Is it true that INEC has taken Abia State results to Abuja for announcement? I heard about it too. I heard about it, Stephen. I really heard about it, but I don't want to believe what is going on anymore. At some point, I stopped listening to Nigerian news because it's very depressing. It's not anything that would cheer you up. If you're having a good day and you go and listen to news, you might come out from that television being, depressed, with a very bad mood. So based on that, I stopped listening to news. I say I can only read it on print. I don't want to hear it, because the one I read, once I come across the one I don't want to read, I will just click out and go to another channel. I heard about it, but I hope that's not true, because it's supposed to be declared from the state level. That's where they're supposed to declare it. The last thing I heard was that OT won, and I don't know what they are taking to Abuja, maybe to do their magomago, now, to add their own beef, add their own stew, add their tomato, salt, and plenty Maggi inside before they will now announce the result. It's possible. The one that shocked me the most was Kaduna State. As of yesterday evening, when I was listening to the news, the Kaduna people were already rejoicing that PDP won. They were going street by street with dance, music, drum, trumpet, rejoicing. When I woke up this morning, lo and behold, they say INEC declared APC for Kaduna. I say, wow. I don't even know what is going on in Kaduna right now. I'm still going to get in touch with that, my classmate that lives in Kaduna, to know what is happening in her location. I hope everybody in Kaduna are doing okay and safe. All right. Thank you, Nketi Cynthia. Thank you guys for being amazing. You guys have made my live stream today very interesting, and not the one that will come here wailing or crying and things like that. I know it's painful what we witnessed in this election. I know it's very discouraging. I know there is nothing good out of it. When you look, every angle you look, you see a lot of things that they did wrong about the election. That is not democracy. That is not free and fair election. And I must say, that is, I won't call it out for what it is. That is outright disenfranchisement they did in Nigeria. They disenfranchised a lot of Nigerians from voting. They use intimidation tactics to make sure that they don't come out. They use their kobokos and cane to make sure that they drive them away from the polling units. They snatched the buses. They came out with printed electoral materials. We saw all of that in the news. We read about all of that in the media. But now the presidential election has been petitioned by Labour Party and P2B. So we are hopeful that the judiciary will do the right thing if they have not been bought already. From the look of things, some people came here to encourage me that Labour Party has a case in court and they are definitely going to answer. They have overwhelming evidence to present before the court. And I want to look on that angle to say, yes, something good might come at the end of the day from that. And a lot of people also said here in this live stream that there is no hope for Nigeria again, that even the judges have been bought over, that we should see how it's going to happen. Some people also came here to tell me that, reminded me of what President Jonathan Goodluck said, that the people should demand for who to rule them and not allow the court to decide for them. Different opinions from all my folks that came here today. But one thing I say, I have just 1% of hope in the Nigerian system. Until the law came here to tell me they have overwhelming evidence they're going to present the court. So I want to believe he knows what he's talking about. And hopefully the court will have no other reason than to decide this case by merit. All right. I am Neki. Thank you for being here. Mama Casa, thank you for being here. The Lord take control. Oh, amen. Oh, the Lord has taken control. The rest is for people to demand for what is right. If you see where the person was not elected by you, tell the person, I did not elect you. I know elect you, oh God. You know be my governor. You know be my House of Assembly. You speak out. That's what the Lord is expecting Nigerians to do. Tina said her own is 0.1. I'm even better than Tina. Oh, my own is 1%. And Tina is telling me that her own faith is 0.1. So it's as good as nothing. She has no faith whatsoever. Guys, pardon me. I have to laugh because last week, Saturday, I was tearing up here on my live stream. I don't want to find myself in that situation. My little kids had to move me out of the house. They said, Mom, you know what? We are taking you to go bowling so that you can be able to exercise your hands, your mind, your brain, and forget about the election. That was what my little kids did for me on Saturday because I was completely down with what was going on that Saturday. So thank you guys for coming out here to cheer me up today. Thank you guys for lending your voices in my conversation. I really, really appreciate all of you. Good luck said, let everyone just work hard and make money. Don't hope on the government because I don't see Nigeria getting better. Nigeria is not getting better. That is obvious. But the point is that we can work hard, we can make the money, but we cannot provide what the government can provide. The government need to do the roads, they need to provide electricity, they need to provide functional hospitals, okay? We cannot start building hospital door to door in Nigeria. That is not a system. If our parents in the villages are sick today, what will happen to them? That is why we need adequate governance. We need government for the people, not the government for the few. We need government that will have the soul and mind of their citizen. That's what we are asking for. The government that will come with empathy, realizing they are dealing with the same kind of human beings that they are, wants better, want things good, want things to be done the right way. That is the government we are all hoping for. I am Neke said, we hope something good will come out of it. Amen. Amen. I love the hope. I love your program. Keep it up. Thank you, Obina. Thank you for being here today. Please don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook if you're watching from Facebook. You guys are simply amazing. My sister in Kaduna said they have been tension everywhere. People are not happy with the announcement. Although people, every five people are rejoicing. Yeah, of course they will rejoice. They know what they did, so they will definitely be rejoicing because as of the time yesterday night, they were almost rounded up with all the local government. PDP was winning. When I woke up this morning, APC was announced. So that's the magic of INEC. INEC has their own numbers. The citizens, they have their own numbers. If you disagree, Mr. President say, go to court. You're going to court to be heard by the judges Mr. President has appointed. So it's kind of a dicey one, but people said there is hope. Somebody like Williams that came to tell me today, there is hope they are going to win the case. So I want to believe and line my faith with that of Williams and that of the law and the few people that believe there is light at the end of the tunnel. That 1% is shaking. Obina said my 1% is shaking. My 1% is shaking, but I'm holding on to it so seriously, believing that they will prove me wrong and tell me there is still integrity in Nigerian court system so that I will come here to celebrate them. Okay? But if they do otherwise, I will still come here to tell all of you, I told you guys, I do not have hope in them. That my 1% that I'm holding on them, they finally failed. So I will keep updating us here on what goes on with the hearings whenever it starts. We are going to be going live as well to talk about it and see how we can continue to lend our voices on this Nigerian election. I don't have any hope in the government. I have not seen the government that will build all those things you just said. Good luck, honestly. A lot of people, they've lost so much hope in Nigeria. I don't even know what to say again. Good luck. Thank you, Chi. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I'll be running up in the next 5 minutes. I'll be calling it a day today. I must thank all of you, especially for joining me today. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you for your contribution. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please don't leave without subscribing and don't leave without liking this live stream. Like this live stream. Lend me your contribution before I call it a day. I'll be running up in 5 minutes, like I said before. Thank you guys for being here. Chinwe, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. When I was on your live stream and you started making me cry, so I had to leave. That was why I left. And then it took me another 10 minutes to come start my own live stream. Thank you guys for being here. Honestly, so in my summation today, I will say, with the level of impunity we saw in Nigerian election, both the presidential and senatorial elections and the governorship election and state assembly election, I, as a person, do not have hope that anything good will come out of the judiciary. However, my audience today came to cheer me up and give me 1 or 2 points to make sure that something good would definitely come out of it. And I want to believe, align my faith with them, those that are positive that something good will come out. I want to line my faith with you, hoping that the judiciary will surprise all of us, especially us, somebody like me that is doubting them. I want to hope and believe that the judiciary will surprise me. I must thank all of you for joining me today. Thank you for my amazing contributors that made this live stream not a very bitter one, but a funny one, and at the same time with their beautiful comments. I want to thank Good Luck. I want to thank The Law. I want to thank Williams. And I can't mention all of you here today. I want to thank Obi Niger Daughter Treasures Gist, Tina, I saw her. Thank you guys. I am Neke. Thank you guys for being here. Mama Casa Comedy, Nkechi Cynthia. Thank you guys for being here. Steve Williams. Good Luck. Thank you for being here. Ifeanyi Sunday, Octavia with Trending Gist with Octavia. Maxwell, all the way from Cameroon. I want to thank all of you for joining me. Don't forget to join me again on another interesting conversation on Thursday, same time. And don't forget to join me on my Saturday live streams as well. Those come in the morning. I want to say, whatever you believe in, if you believe that the judiciary will do the right thing, let God hear your prayer. And if you have a platform, use your platform to speak. Encourage people to speak up. Remind your public servants, the people, your so-called selected governors, because most of them were selected, not elected. Remind them, if you guys have voices anymore, that they are there to serve. They are not there to dictate orders, but to serve. Hold your public servants accountable. Let them understand the essence of public service. Public service is not where you come and embezzle public funds to enrich your personal self. It is where you come to make a way for a lot of people, put in infrastructures for people, uplift the lives of your citizens. Do better than what you met. If you met a working institution, make it better. That is all about it. That is all about it. Put in your best, do your best, lift people out of poverty, provide infrastructures for people, build hospitals, put the less privileged in social welfare so that they can have access to hospital and hospital facilities. That's what public service is all about. It's not where you start buying houses in America with over $1.something million, that your salary as a governor for 8 years will not be up to $1.something million. But you're buying properties under 3 months, you assume office. You're buying properties overseas. You're sending the public funds, taxpayers' funds overseas to offshore banks. Do better. And it's time for citizens to hold their public servants accountable. Don't look the other way. Don't let intimidation rule you guys in fear. Demand for what is right. All right. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I must thank all of you. All Nigerian politicians think about is stomach infrastructure. It's unfortunate they think about stomach infrastructure, but we, the citizens, Nigerians, should be able to tell them this is what is expected of you, and whereby you're not living up to expectation, they should hold you accountable. So with that, I have come to the end of this live stream today, and I must thank all of you for joining me today. Don't forget to join me on Thursday and on Saturdays. And remember to lend your voice wherever you find yourself. Speak the truth. Do the right thing. I made a short video about a Nigerian that came to tear his international passport. He came to tear his expired international passport. And I find that very deceptive, because ordinary people might want to copy that man and start destroying their passport, while the man only destroyed the one that is no longer good. They say he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. You can't be calling out a crook and at the same time you're acting like one. Let our lives speak who we are. Let our actions show who we are. Stand for the right thing, stand for the truth, and defend the truth, and act the part. One thing is to say it, another is to act it. Let's be doers, not just people that say them. Let's be doers of our words, doers of what we say, than just saying it for saying sake. With that, thank you guys for being here. It's not just looking for cheap attention. All right. And maybe somebody said something that I did not see, unfortunately. All right, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys immensely for contributing on today's live stream. You guys made it interesting. You guys cheered me up with some laughters. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook if you're yet to do so. And until I see you next time, remember that kindness is a muscle. Be kind enough to yourself so you can be kind to your fellow citizen. And love yourself enough so that you can love other people. Thank you guys. And remember, be kind to yourself. Kindness is a muscle. Get one. Thank you guys.